Welcome to Davi Toons Club. Today, we're drawing Skeletor in a fun and silly rubber hose cartoon style, giving the most famous villain of Eternia a classic vintage animation makeover. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to create even more drawing tutorials for you. Grab your drawing supplies, get comfy, and let's bring this legendary villain to life. Let's begin with Skeletor's skull eyes, using large, dark eye sockets and a furrowed brow to create that classic evil expression. Add a small wrinkle above the left eye area, helping give even more personality and attitude to the face. Now draw the nose cavity, shaped like an upside-down V, since Skeletor doesn't actually have a nose. And remember, if any part feels difficult or moves too quickly, simply pause the video and continue at your own pace. Let's create a wide, villainous grin, showing plenty of teeth and looking ready for an evil laugh. The head is technically a skull, but we're drawing it in a fun and cartoony rubber hose way. Add the rounded cheek areas to help shape the skull. Now draw the broad lower jaw. We'll erase part of this section later, but it serves as a useful guide whenever you're drawing a rubber hose skull from other angles. Let's add the forehead shape. Most of it will soon be hidden beneath the hood. Now draw the sides and top of the hood, wrapping comfortably around the skull. At this point, you can almost hear Skeletor's evil laugh echoing across Eternia. Continue the hood toward the back of the head, finishing with a playful upward curve at the tip. Great! Now let's move on to the body. Fun fact: we intentionally made Skeletor's body almost identical to the He-Man we drew in the previous tutorial, because that's actually how many of the original toys and cartoons worked too. Most characters shared similar body molds, with different heads, colors, and accessories. Let's shape the chest, making it broad and powerful. Now draw the purple armor harness, with the straps wrapping around the sides of the torso. We'll add the shoulder pads a little later. Skeletor is the main villain of the Masters of the Universe franchise. His ultimate goal is often to conquer Eternia and seize the secrets of Castle Grayskull. Before becoming Skeletor, he was known as Keldor in later versions of the story. His skull-like face is one of the most recognizable villain designs in cartoon history. Oops, let's fix one tiny detail here. There we go. That looks much better now. Add the crossed bones symbol in the center of the chest, keeping it simple and fun. If you're enjoying this drawing, don't forget to leave a like and share this video with your friends. And if you'd like to draw Skeletor's greatest rival, be sure to check out our He-Man rubber hose tutorial by clicking the card in the upper corner. Also, tell me in the comments, which Masters of the Universe character should we draw next? Next, sketch the circular hip shape that helps define the loincloth. Let's add the belt around the waist. Now draw the lower sections of the loincloth. Time for the left leg, drawn much thinner than the arms, using that classic cylindrical rubber hose style. Skeletor is famous for combining powerful magic with clever schemes and inventions. Add the left boot, balancing on the tip of the foot to create a dynamic pose. Despite being evil, many fans love his sarcastic sense of humor and memorable one-liners. His closest followers often include Evil Lyn, Beastman, and Trapjaw. Now draw the right leg using the same flexible, cylindrical approach. Finish that side with the right boot. Castle Grayskull contains ancient powers that both He-Man and Skeletor seek to control. The Masters of the Universe franchise first launched in 1982 as a toy line, before expanding into cartoons, comics, and movies. Let's add the left shoulder pad. Now draw the muscular left arm, beginning with the rounded shoulder and bent elbow. Even decades later, Skeletor remains one of the most iconic animated villains ever created. Add the left hand, resting confidently on the hip. Next comes the right shoulder pad. Oh, this drawing is looking fantastic so far. Are you enjoying the result too? Draw the right arm, starting from the shoulder and curving naturally toward the waist. Now add the right hand with a clenched fist resting on the hip. For colors, use pale yellow for the skull, light blue skin, purple armor and hood, and darker purple accents throughout the outfit. But remember, feel free to color your Skeletor however you like. And here's our Skeletor, evil, hilarious, and full of classic rubber hose charm. I hope you had fun and were inspired. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye!